welcome back, everybody. Happy Monday morning. We are back with some Rogue Actions, guys. First time in, 5 months, I think it is. It is good to be back, guys. It is good to be back with Ram and talk Star Wars with all of you guys and discuss some amazing swago stuff. Ram, how's it going, man? Happy Monday. How you doing?
It's Monday. I'm happy to be back. I missed everybody. Life sucks, but hey, swago doesn't suck.
That is true. Swago is in a very good place, in my opinion.
It is. It is actually in a very good spot.
Yeah. With that being said, guys, let's get straight into the swago action, shall we? So we're going to start off, guys, by talking about Ahsoka. So Ahsoka and Baylan are two of the biggest things, obviously, in the game right now to discuss. If you are really interested in Baylan and stuff, guys, and you would like to learn a little bit more about what we discussed on Baylan, guys, get over to Ram's channel right now. You can find the link down there, guys, right down below. And check out part 1 of Rogue Actions, everybody, where we talk a lot about Baylan, the mercenary tag that came out, and then, of course, Baylan versus Ahsoka. Now, on our side, on my side here on this channel, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the Ahsoka requirements and speculate a little bit on what might be down the road. We're probably expecting the next set of requirements to be coming out pretty soon. The third set, we'll get into that in a second. And I'm intrigued to see, A, what Ram thinks is coming, and B, what you guys in the chat and viewership are thinking that is coming out next as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead. We're going to kind of swipe over here, guys, and check out our Ahsoka stuff that we've got here first, just generally speaking. So far, the things that we know that are requirements. We've got Ahsoka Tano at Relic 9. We've got General Skywalker at Relic 8. We've got Asajj at Relic 5. Night Trooper at Relic 7. Cat at Relic 9. Enoch at Relic 9. Peridia Trooper at 7. And Ezra at 5. Now, it's pretty safe to assume that Fulcrum is going to be one of the other Rex at, I would think, Relic 9. I think that's been well established at this stage of the game. The big question becomes, what are the other Rex beyond that? Now, with that being said, let me switch over to our screen that we've got here. So this was the little graphic that they put out for us way back when they announced Ahsoka to kind of give us an idea of what some of these requirements were going to be. We have the 2 on the left done for us and confirmed. We know that those 4 dark side requirements are out right now. So that means the 2 circles on the right there are the ones we don't know yet. You can see one of them has a ship in it. Most people are in agreement that that's probably going to be Snip's ship. There's some debate to have over that, but I think that's what it's going to be. The other ones, I think, are a little bit more questionable. And I think the big debate here, Ram, is, are the Ahsoka requirements going to be the remainder of her team? Or are some of the other parts of her team going to be previously existing characters? So as an example, I'll give here Hera Syndulla, okay? Do we think the current Hera in-game is going to be one of the characters that fits into her 5? Or do we think it's going to be another marquee character that doesn't exist yet? With that being said, Ram, are there any marquee characters that you think are pretty much a lock at this point as a requirement for Ahsoka?
Oof. I think a new version of Sabine.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably pretty easy to guess there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we would get a new version of Hera, just because we didn't see a whole lot from her.
I am leaning no on that too.
It could be because CG could easily come out with a new character and just say General Syndulla. And I hope that she's modeled after the actress, because damn, that'd be the best character to spin around. But I don't know if we would get her. I think Sabine is the easiest one to kind of presume that we're going to get another marquee for. Outside of that, I wouldn't agree. I don't know if we'll get more marquees.
So that's kind of the big debate here, is how many marquees do we think are actually going to come out with this? So I think Sabine is pretty much a lock at this point, similar to how Fulcrum Relic 9 is pretty much a lock. I think another character, if there's another light side marquee that's going to be a lock at this point, it's probably Hu Yang, in my opinion.
No, I forgot about Hu Yang. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've seen a ton of him in the show. It makes a ton of sense to have him come to the game. That would give us a total of 5 marquee characters if we have Hu Yang and Sabine, because we already have Enoch.
That's rivaling Lord Vader.
Exactly. That's a lot of marquees. That's a lot of relic levels at this point. Now, the problem is that's not the entire Ahsoka team. That gives you Ahsoka, it gives you Ezra, it gives you, again, assuming Sabine and Hu Yang. That's only 4. So who's that 5th character? That's kind of why I said, is it a pre-existing character that we give additional tags to from the Phoenix Squad? Or is there another marquee coming out too, which would be 6? Like, that's, to me, that's insane. If they go all the way to 6 marquees, I think that's too much. Like, the price is right. That's too much. If they're going to use a pre-existing character as a part of the team and not a wreck, to be clear here, guys, I'm saying this is a part of the team, not a wreck. I would think it'd be Chopper. We see Chopper in the show, in the Ahsoka series. Chopper obviously exists in Rebels. Chopper is important in the Phoenix Squad, but not vital, like Hera is. If you don't have Hera for the Phoenix Squad, that squad is dead. You can pull Chopper out of it and it still works. It's not as good. It's not as great. But that's something that I think is viable that would at least alleviate one of those marquees. Otherwise, it's 6 marquees, man. That's a lot. Do you think that's too many? Or do you think CG is going to do that?
Oh, 6 marquees is definitely too many. Do I think that they would do it? Absolutely. They would definitely do something like that. But 6 is way too many. I'm gonna throw something else here that I don't know if maybe you've thought about though. Because I do like them adding, certain marquees, and so we have the new Ezra going into the Ahsoka team, obviously. Presumably the new Hera or the new Sabine.
Right.
And I think, Hu Yang, I agree, could definitely fit in that team, right? So we have that last one. I ideally like to see things that don't get used anywhere to get input into that team, right? And so my thought is Ahsoka is technically, I think she's going to be, I think I read she's going to be the tank for this team, but you can't ever go wrong with having a tank in the team as well. Another tank. That being said, not only do I think one of the requirements, but I think a good plug-in for that team would be Plo Koon. Okay. Because of the history there.
So that kind of was where we're going to go with another question. So we obviously talked about the marquee Rex here. Then there are additional Rex that are not necessarily marquee releases. Yep. So I think some of the popular speculation is Barriss would make sense from the whole trial thing. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Rex is not in there yet. Fulcrum. That's pretty much a guarantee in my opinion. Rex is one. The 501st Rex makes a lot of sense because if you're trying to take different key points in Ahsoka's story, then Ahsoka versus Maul has to be one of those, season 7.
Old Man Rex?
No, because that's not Old Man Rex there. In that situation, that's 501st.
But it was in Rebels.
In Rebels, yes. But so in my opinion, Rebels is going to be Twilight of the Apprentice. And Captain Rex was not there for that. So and I'm very confident in those Rex. It's just Ezra, who's already one of them, confirmed. I think Kanan is going to be another one of those that's going to be required. Yep. You've got Fulcrum already there, and we already know all the dark sides are done. So that's pretty much your 3 that you'll have there. Okay,
so hold on. So we've got 7 characters left that are confirmed, right? 7 characters for Ahsoka.
Correct. Light side all, yes.
Ezra is not going to be a requirement for one of those.
Correct. Ezra's already one of the pre-existing ones, yeah.
No, he's not even a prereq. I mean, the baby Ezra is, but not the exile Ezra, right?
Yeah. When I say prereq, I mean that's one we already know about.
Got it. Okay. We already know Fulcrum's got to be in there. So Fulcrum for sure. Judging by the 2 marquees, right? We'd assume
Hu Yang at least Hu Yang
and Sabine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that brings us down to 4 left.
Right.
And then we said Barris makes sense.
Yep.
Rex makes sense. I agree. 501st Rex, that makes sense. Plo Koon, in my opinion, makes sense. So that leaves one more.
Which I think it's Kanan. To me, Kanan.
Which Kanan?
It has to be a lock.
Okay.
So the question I have is because of Plo Koon. So you say Plo Koon. I initially, when I first was trying to figure out what these Rex were going to be, I was going to say a Relic 9 General Kenobi because of the Clone Wars era. But Plo Koon makes a ton of sense there too.
Plo Koon is the whole reason Snips ever got into the Jedi Order in the first place.
Yeah. I think that's...
And Plo Koon has also never been required for anything yet. General Kenobi has.
That's true. And I do love... I hadn't thought of it this way, to be honest with you. You said about how... So Ezra Exile, I think, is designed to be a tank to some degree. Like, you need to get him out ASAP, because if you let him stay around, then he's going to become an absolute menace. He's going to do just a crap ton of damage and stuff. So I think you want to go for Ezra. And he's very thick, the way his kit's designed. But it makes sense to have an additional tank still to keep you from being able to hard target Ezra. So I think having another tank in the squad makes sense. And I had not thought about Plo Koon being that 5th before. And I think that makes a ton of sense.
He's technically a tank.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, man. So originally I had not had Barris in there, and I had not had Plo Koon. But the more we talk about it, the more I'm actually leaning that direction now. I think those might be it.
Barris definitely makes sense. Yes. I mean, all these characters make sense, but at least when I think of GO requirements, I think of characters that helped form the current version of the character known as the GL, right? Ahsoka would not be who she is today if it were not for Plo Koon, if it were not for Barris, right? All the arguments can be made for everybody else for sure, but those two, I just don't feel like you can include a Galactic Legend journey without those two, because they fit naturally.
So, okay. Last question with this then. So what we said there, we had 2 additional marquees, and then the rest of them, I think, easily fill out the other requirements.
Okay.
So do we think that there's going to be another marquee character that is not a requirement, or do you think that it's Plo Koon that's the 5th in that team?
I'd like to say it's Plo Koon.
I hope it's Plo Koon.
I'd like to say it's Plo Koon, just because I think there'd be some cool stuff that they could do with him being a tank, and them saying, okay, if a Galactic Republic Jedi is on this team, they gain taunt. Or I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see another marquee. We've been showered with marquees, and that's great. That's cool, awesome. But that also means that I have to now wait longer because I'm not wailing on the marquees. So now I have to wait even longer. It's just 5 marquees is excessive for a GL.
What if? So I said about the season 7 with Maul, and I said Rex for that. We didn't include Bo because Bo was there. That was a big moment with Bo. Do you think instead of Rex we get Bo Mandalore or OG Bo?
OG Bo I could see. I don't think they would make Bo Mandalore.
I hope not.
I mean that'd be the first. No, she wouldn't be the first Galactic Legend marquee because General Skywalker, epic confrontation character.
Yeah, I'm so
Gas
nervous.
is in there, so
I'm so nervous that they're gonna make Bo Mandalore a wreck, and then I'm gonna be screwed. If it's not her and there's just 2 more marquees, I think that's ideal. I would love Plo Koon to be one of them because I already have him at Relic 5.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. Hopefully, let us know in the comments down below, guys. Who do you think the Rex are going to be? Are we super far off on the remaining Rex? And I guess most importantly, do you think it's going to be 2 additional marquees, or do you think there are going to be 3 additional marquees and we're going to have a total of 6? That's just kind of unprecedented. But I'm intrigued to see what you guys think on that matter. Like I said, let us know in the comments down below, everybody. Next topic, Ram, that we've got here is Night Sisters versus Remnant. So obviously, with the Balin Rex that we talked about earlier, guys, there's been a big push for 2 new factions that have come out. Basically, the new Enoch Remnant and then the Great Mother / Morgan Elsbeth Night Sisters here. My question is, which team do we think is going to be better moving forward? And probably which one do you think is the better to pursue, I guess? And obviously the better to pursue is going to tie into whether you're going for Baylan or Ahsoka. But I guess more importantly, which one do you think is going to be the better team moving forward, Ram? What are your thoughts on this?
Oh man. So I have not had too much experience with both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give two perspectives. I think the first perspective I'm going to give is, or the first idea I'm going to give is what I want to be better. Imperial Remnants. My heart is with the Remnants.
Mm-hmm.
I like Imperials more than Night Sisters. I always have. I like the interaction between, Dark Trooper, Moff Gideon, Scout Trooper, all that stuff. You tie in Death Trooper, Peridia, Night Trooper. Those are fun. I played around with them a little bit in Conquest. Didn't really play around with Enoch too much, but he seems pretty impactful as well there. And then he's just really annoying with that stupid green eyes thing. That was super, super annoying to go against. So I was like, it's an annoying team. That's the team I want to be better. I think it's going to be Night Sisters though. After kind of seeing the Great Mothers in action through some videos and seeing Elsbeth, with what Elsbeth did as a 3-star Gear 11 character on my Night Sister squad, wrecking house. Imagine when she's in her actual team with the Great Mothers and Death Trooper Peridia and Night Trooper, and insert one more, Acolyte or Initiate or something like that. I think that team is probably going to be much more terrifying than the Remnants.
I'm going to switch the screens real quick here so I can kind of show everybody. That's the wrong thing. Here we go. So one of the things I think that's important to think about with this right now. So the Night Sister team that you mentioned, I think without a doubt, it is performing better than the Enoch Remnant is. But the Night Sister team has a full comp. So you can see on the screen here, this is kind of the generally accepted best version of these teams. We have Great Mothers in the lead, Morgan Elsbeth, Night Sister Acolyte, Night Sister Spirit is pretty much those four are a lock. And then there's a little bit of a debate on the fifth, whether it's Talia or Initiate. I think Talia is probably the better one here. But that's a full team of 5. That's a locked-in team. Versus the Remnant team, we really only have the core 3. We have Enoch, Death Trooper, Peridia, and Night Trooper. You can throw in TIE Fighter Pilot. He works okay in that team. It's not bad. But then the 5th is the big question here. So obviously you can throw in Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper works fine, but he's not a pre-taunt. And from what we're seeing thus far, the Enoch team is great on offense, but not good on defense because it doesn't have a pre-taunt. Ram, my question with that. So since Stormtrooper is not a pre-taunt, and this really doesn't seem to be a fully functioning group of 5, do you think there is another character coming out down the road that might make this a full squad of 5 that could be better?
Sometime down the road, yes. When that is, I don't know.
Who do you think that character might be?
I can't even.
GL Thrawn.
I don't see GL Thrawn being a tank though.
No. I don't think he's gonna be a tank. Here's what I think is gonna happen. I love this. I love this is the era we're doing. So TIE Fighter Pilot's gone. Yeet. Bye. See ya. You have Thrawn, and then you have Stormtrooper. And Thrawn, similar to Kenobi, makes any tank a pre-taunting tank. Right?
Okay.
There makes we go. Sense.
I like that one.
The only thing I don't like about that is I would assume.
But GL Thrawn's not confirmed, right?
No. This is all speculation. Yeah. This is all speculation, guys. The only thing I don't like about it is that there's no way Thrawn's not going to be a lead, right? Will he be the first ever GL that's not a lead? Doesn't make sense.
What if he's not GL?
Oh God. So you're thinking?
Do we really think that Thrawn Is GL Ahsoka? Absolutely. We can make an argument for Ahsoka for sure.
Oh.
Thrawn?
Oh, God.
Or would he be another epic confrontation?
Oh, I didn't think about that. It could be, so we could get like a season 1 Ahsoka version of Thrawn, and then it's confirmed at this point they're going to do a movie where Thrawn is the penultimate villain.
He's the Thanos.
Maybe we get a earlier version of him that plugs it. Wow, that'd be bananas, man. I just assumed it would be GL Thrawn. But yeah, I get it kind of makes sense because we always have had 3 versions of a pre-existing character, right? For GLs?
Yeah. So I think right now, here's what we get. I think right now, looking at this, your Night Sister team, you take Death Trooper, you take Night Trooper, and you put it in the Night Sister team. And that's your team right now.
Mm-hmm.
When another version of Thrawn comes out, whether it's legendary, he'll never be a marquee. There's no way they'll ever do him as marquee. So whether he's a legendary, Hero's Journey, Galactic, or Epic Confrontation, or GL, at that point in time, that's when you can take Thrawn, put him in with Enoch, have probably Stormtrooper, and then you can take the Death Trooper and Night Trooper into the Remnant team. But I think the home for the Remnants right now for those two would be under the Night Sisters.
Interesting.
With Great Mothers.
That is a very interesting thought.
I think sadly Enoch's just not going to get much use.
Yeah.
In threes,
oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. They're a good
in
team
threes,
yeah.
That team's going to be deadly in threes.
Right.
But in fives, no, I think Night Sisters is going to run those.
It's funny. We started this discussion being about which team's going to be better, and now I'm totally caught on Thrawn and us not having a GL version of him coming next. I just assumed it was going to be a GL Thrawn next, but no, I think what you're saying totally makes sense. It could even be a Conquest version of him, to be honest with you. Because you think about Ahsoka.
We only got him, 2 episodes? 3 episodes? Barely?
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
No.
Huh.
And the previous version that we had of him was a legendary, so I really don't think that we're going to see a galactic legend for him right now. When we have more stuff, like I said, in a movie, sure, absolutely. Right now, I just don't see it.
Man, you just blew my mind. Guys, let us know in the comments down below. Which team do you think is better right now? I think right now, currently, obviously, it's pretty obvious that it's going to be Night Sisters. But do you think the Remnant are going to ultimately be the better team with an additional release of a character? Or do you think the Night Sisters are still going to be the better team down the road? I'd be intrigued to hear what you guys have to say on that. I know for me, since I'm going for Ahsoka, I gotta say Remnant because I'm stuck with them. I have no other choice. Anyway, moving on to our final topic, guys. We're gonna get a little more levity here in the stream to end things, guys. We are on to Master of Memes. For those of you that don't know, we do a Master of Memes competition over on Twitch on Friday nights, and then we have the showcase featured here on YouTube, and we shout out the winner and all that jazz as well. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and switch the screen so you guys can see what our Master of Memes for the week is. That is the wrong screen. Thank you very much. All right. We have something the Ram knows all too well about. That's okay.
Oh, I remember this
Sometimes the Force isn't with me either. Versus Meat of the Olive Garden waiter that's been grating my cheese on my pasta for 4 hours. We're done when I say we're done. Ram, first question. Which one of these do you like better and do you think should win Master of Memes?
Man, I mean, I like both of them, right? So, I mean, the dad bod Darth Vader hits pretty well. I don't like the fact that they got the color of lightsaber wrong for Old Ben, because that, to me, that looks like purple, not blue.
Yeah, that's purple. Yeah.
So, B- on that one. But I mean, I can absolutely rate on that one. However, man, I do like I love a good Heisenberg reference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Breaking Bad is possibly my all-time favorite show. It's debatable between that, Game of Thrones.
And then you combine that with Olive Garden too. Oof.
See, I'm not a huge Olive Garden fan.
I liked Olive Garden until I was stationed in Italy for 4 years. And then I came back and I was like, wow, Olive Garden really sucks. Because I've been eating and drinking authentic Italian food and wine for 4 years. Olive Garden's a ripoff. I'm gonna have to go with the Heisenberg though.
I gotta say the same thing too. Despite what people might think, the Force is not with me. Has not struck yet, thank goodness. And I love Breaking Bad, so I'm gonna say Breaking Bad is the better one as well. Guys, the winner.
You haven't been with Camel Pants that long.
Yeah, it's true. The winner by vote over on Twitch, guys, is none other than Breaking Bread, as we'll call it. Breaking Bread.
Oh my God.
Get that cheese, baby.
Funny.
Get that cheese.
That's funny.
Yeah. Shout out to Russ Cooks. Oh, the irony. Russ Cooks was the one that submitted this meme.
Damn it, Russ.
For those of you that don't know, Russ is like a freaking superstar on YouTube with his cooking channel. He puts us all in shame. We love you, Russ.
So, of course, he's going to have a food meme.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Guys, let us know in the comments down below, which meme did you like best? Which one do you think should have won? And more importantly, guys, if you have a meme that you think should be submitted for Master of Memes and get the win for that, make sure you guys head over to Discord and join the Discord channel over there, guys. You can submit your memes over on the Master of Memes channel, and we will have a matchup, like I said, every Friday night on Twitch. We shout the winner out on Twitch. We vote on Twitch. We shout the winner out on Rogue Actions, and then we also give a special roll and shout out over on Discord as well. So lots of cool things that come with getting that Master of Memes title, everybody. Ram, last but not least, any final words, sir? Any final parting thoughts?
In the words of Leonardo DiCaprio, we're not leaving. We're back.
When did he say that?
Wolf of Wall Street? Jesus God. Shaka is a black hole of culture confirmed.
Guys, if you like what you saw today and you like Wolf of Wall Street, make sure you guys like the stream. If you want to catch more of the content that we've got here, guys, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. You will learn what not to do. And at the very least, you'll learn about things that I don't know about, like Wolf of Wall Street. Last but not least, everybody, if you want to continue your journey down that swago rabbit hole, make sure you check out the next video, everyone. Bye.